Hey, how's it going, y'all? Guess what? I'm live, but I didn't plug in my Mac, so let's figure out if it's gonna work. I feel like if I do it now, it might not work, but we're gonna try it out. Welcome to the show, y'all. I'm so glad you're here. Uh, I've been off for a couple weeks, like 2, 3 weeks. It's been good. I've enjoyed it. Hold up. Okay, we got that going on. I don't know if the sound changed or nothing, but we got a mic plugged in. I'm gonna check out the settings here. I feel like the settings are good. All right, well, we'll just roll with it and see what's up. All right, we're gonna go up to the chat box and make sure we got the live chat. Hey, PNG, good to see you. Welcome. It has been a while, yes. All of us have been out doing shit. That's the way it goes. We all got to do our thing. So, welcome back. All right. Okay. Well, welcome to the OraCola, y'all. I'm Marcy Cola coming to y'all live from Austin, Texas, here on May 22nd, 2024. Oh my God, it's already almost the end of May. It is almost Memorial Day weekend. This is the harbinger of summer if you live in the United States. Just putting it out there. This is the beginning of summer. We don't go by the whole like full moon on whatever thing or the Stonehenge thing or even the equinox. No, Memorial Day weekend is the harbinger of summer if you live in the United States, especially in the South. So happy summer, y'all. It's coming. It's coming up real quick. Who would have thought 2024 summer is already here? Ah, cry, cry. Hey, Prince, good to see you. Welcome to the show. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's about to get wildly hot. In fact, it's already hot. In fact, I already got a heat warning on my phone. Already got a heat warning on my phone. Crazy. Anyway, y'all, as you know, I am the OraCola, and I'm here to channel the universe for y'all for the next hour or so. And what you do to get your answers for your existential questions is type them in the chat in all caps. And if you ain't logged into the Google, you must be to type into the chat because that's the way it works. So if you're a looky loo and you ain't like logged in, log into the Google right now if you're watching the live chat, and then you can ask your question in the chat. And then hopefully I will see it because you typed it in all caps and you have selected the live chat option at the top of your chat box, not the top chat, the live chat, because the top chat is unfortunately censored. And also keep this in mind. I know there's so much to think about, but this is the way the man works. He always got you on your scramble. You cannot type in very explicit things. You have to be a little bit like dodgy about what you say. So just type in code. I will probably get it. Just saying. All right. This is how it works. Type your question in the chat in all caps. I will spin the Wheel of Fortunes. The Wheel of Fortunes is here, ready for y'all. Oh, yeah. It is so ready. And then the universe will select the oracle that your question or query should be answered by. And this is how this whole thing works every week, every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Central, here on youtube.com/channel All right. Well, we only got a couple folks here in the chat, but that's all right. I don't care. We have a show to do, and I'm about to do it. So, before we get started with any of the questions and answers and whatnot, we always do the ritual. If this is a time for you to do your own ritual, please do it now. But what I like to do to start off is always burn the sacred wood. Here we go. Burning the wood, getting it nice and hot there on the tip. Oh, yeah, it's smoking hot right now. We're going to inhale that sweet smelling smoke from possibly plundered indigenous sources. We don't know. We just bought it at the White Lady Witch shop like everybody does. Okay. And then next up, we're going to ring the bell. We got our little copper bell, letting the universe know we're here and ready and willing to accept their guidance. Yes, universe, we're here. Please answer our questions. Okay. And then we always got to do our pathogen wand, which, oh my God, where'd it go? Pathogen wand has escaped. Hold up. Not a crisis, but maybe. It could, oh, there it is. It just fell out. As a pathogen sometimes does, it falls away. And then everybody forgets about it. And then suddenly it happens again. Imagine that. Okay, so we got our pathogen wand. Here it is, lit up. We're going to wave this around, making sure that all the pathogens in our path, whether man-made or natural, are neutralized by this light, this blinding little blue light. Okay. Oh, and then we got to do our other final things. We got our Prospera spray. This is for prosperity. We're going to rain it above us. Let it rain down on us. I did not get a lotto ticket. I've been busy by being out of town. So I did not get a lotto ticket. We got the whole show to do our own thing. So manifest whatever you like. And then finally, last but not least, we got our chakra anointment with our Florida water. We're just going to make sure all them chakras are spick and span and spinning round and round, right, baby, right round, like a record, baby, right round, round, round. Yeah. Okay. So we did the ritual. We have cleared the space. We are ready to allow the universe to guide us for the Memorial Day weekend. Coming up on June, we're coming up on a full moon. Like there's all kind of stuff happening right now. And I don't even know if this microphone is working, but we're going to roll with it regardless. Okay. Hey, Philip, good to see you. Wonderful. We got 3 folks in the chat here. We got some other looky-loos just watching, but that's all right. We're here. So here's the deal. I ain't got no lotto ticket tonight. I ain't got no tea tonight. What I do have is a surprise AMA. Ask me anything. However, 2 conditions. It must be asking me about my absence, aka my trip, my time away. And also, you cannot ask me directly where I went or what I was doing. So you got to ask me questions around them, like big questions. And here's the other catch. I will only answer a question if some of y'all ask a question first. So here's how it works. You put a question in the chat, put it in all caps. I will answer the question by spinning the Wheel of Fortunes and doing a whole thing. And then after that, after I do that, the next person who asks a question, they can ask me a question. And I will answer it about my time away. and this is how we're going to make this work tonight. So have fun with that. Uh, let's see. Let's see. Anybody got a question? Remember, you got to ask a question first for the universe, and then you're allowed to ask me a question, except where I went and what I was specifically doing. You can ask other questions, but not them too. Mm. Hopefully, that's not too difficult for y'all, but whatever. I'm prepared for your ignorance. Okay. I don't think anybody has asked a question yet. Oh no. And remember, if you ain't like gone up to the top of your chat box and chosen the live chat, do it now because sometimes the shit gets censored. Oh, PNG has a question. Thank you, PNG, for playing. Birthday reading for my niece. It's her birthday today. Happy birthday, niece. Wonderful. Okay, here's how it works in case you're confused. Person asks a question, puts it on in all caps. Hey, I saw it. I read it. Guess what? Now we're going to actually have to spin the Wheel of Fortunes. This is a full ass Wheel of Fortunes, by the way, in case you were in doubt that it exists. It does. But what I'm going to do is try to stabilize it a little and then spin this. And then, oh yeah, oh no, the porticle is the answer for the niece. Well, hopefully the niece is of age, but if they ain't, well, you can filter this however you like. But the porticle is oh God, you know what? I don't actually have my phone with me. I think I left it somewhere. That's all right. I'm on a computer. I can pull up a random number generator on my computer. Yep, random number generator. Here we go. So there's 755 pages in the porticle. We're going to do a number 285. Page 285 in the porticle. For the niece birthday, 285. Here we go. Oh no, she's 12. Oh, this is not appropriate then. I'm so sorry. But I'm gonna do it and then you can filter it however you need to. And then maybe years from now you can show it to them. I don't know, it might be awkward. Okay. Page 285. Here we go. Yeah, 285. Here we go. 285, 270, 287. Almost there. Almost there. The universe does not want to show this page. 285. Okay, well, it looks like for the birthday, it's a spanking time. And this is this tracks, you know. If you are an American, you are familiar with the birthday spanking tradition. It looks like it's time for some birthday spankings. Now, I would not pay so much attention to the other stuff going on over here, but mostly it's about the whooping happening in this part of the picture. And I feel like because this is a birthday reading, well, it works. Maybe just deliver the birthday spanking in a different way. Maybe not quite like that. So, yeah, there you go. Birthday spanking is due. However you like to present it, that's up to you. All right. Well, it is 9:16 and we've done the ritual. We've got a question out there and we are rolling on the show, y'all. We have about another 45-ish more minutes. So If you have a question for the universe, put it in the chat, put it in all caps. If you're a looky-loo and you don't know how to do this, you got to log into Google. If you ain't got a Google account, guess what, bitch? You got to sign up for that shit. The man got to know what you're logging into. This is the small price we pay for the free stream every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Central here on youtube.com/channel RCCola. Yes. Okay. P&G has another question. Hello. Uh, where did you where did you get your favorite rock from your trip? Okay. So this is how we were playing this tonight. Remember, you ask a question about your shit, I will answer a question about my trip. So I went on a trip and I collected some rocks. If you follow me on the social media, which you can do on YouTube or on the Facebook or on the Instagram or on the Twixer, aka X, aka Twitter, you can follow me on all them channels. I ain't on the TikTok. Sorry, don't got the time. But you can follow me on them, and you will see that I have posted a couple of cryptic little posts about my time away. I have not been very active, but I have posted some things. And one of the things I posted was all the rocks I collected because I'm a big old rock hound freak. So, I did collect some rocks, and some of them I intend to keep. I will probably give a lot of them away, but some of them I intend to keep. And probably my favorite that I caught was collected, and it was beautiful and it was historical. And it was from the Midlothian region of Scotland. There you go. That tells you so many things. So many things about where I went. You don't have to go too much further, but it gives you an idea of the general area of where I was. This was not the only place I went. It's just one of many places I went. So I said it. You can defer from that, whatever you want, but this is where I went for 2+ weeks. And if you have other questions about how I was able to go there, well, guess what? You got to put a question in the chat because I'm only answering the questions as I get some. Mm, 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 mm. Uh, 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 uh. Yep, it is 9:20 something. Yeah, 9:20 exactly. So, yeah, you got about 40-ish more minutes of questions back and forth to get through. Okay. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. Well, we already did this question, and I don't think we missed any. So, yeah, I guess at this time, if nobody has a question, I will start reading for the collective. And normally, when I start doing this kind of thing, my dog Apollo will start drinking water, but he's actually having some kind of nightmare right now. Like I hear him in the other room doing little noises and making noises like he's having a nightmare. So that's happening legit. I ain't making it up. It's happening. Mm. Okay. PNG, a general reading for me, please. Oh my goodness. Well, yes. Okay. I will happily do this for you. Here we go. Let's do a reading for PNG. Not the pornicle again. Seriously. Okay. I feel like the pornicle is having its heyday right now. And I don't know if it's something I should encourage. I feel like I might need to take it off the whole thing at some point. But anyway, let's do this. Generate another number. 655. 655 page in the portico. 655. Oh, almost there. Hold up. Wow. Okay. Well, this one is a general reading. It looks like it's pretty vanilla to me. It's some basic, just penis and vagina, almost porn. They're like trying it, but there's some interesting stuff going on up here. I don't know what's happening with this snake and woman esque. I assume woman because there's a vagina there. And then what is this thing and this penis? I don't know. This is a this is a here's what it is. This is a do whatever you want. It doesn't matter because ultimately the lines have been drawn, the black and white lines have been drawn, and it's going to work out how it's going to work out. So, whatever, carte blanche, do what you want. Do what you want. I mean, it might just be ordinary. It might just be not that exciting, but it don't matter. You choose. You get to do it. So do it. Just do it. Whatever you want to do. It don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter. It's very thinly drawn. It's just like wispy in the air. Don't matter. You're welcome. I hope that works. Oh my goodness. Prance had a question. General reading for the Memorial Day weekend. Okay, let's try this again. Hopefully, the portico will not be the answer. Tarot is the answer. Yes. Thank you, universe. Something we got to think about, not just our carnal desires. Okay, so Memorial Day weekend in the US is the beginning of summer pretty much for everybody who follows any kind of retail calendar or any kind of I don't know, community calendar. It coincides with so much shit like graduations, lots of folks get married. It's just a whole thing. This time of year is still important. We might have gotten rid of our May Day rituals, but we just kind of pushed them a little bit further and made them different. This is how humans are. We just take the old shit and change it up a little bit and make it our own. All right. For Prance, general reading for Memorial Day weekend with the tarot. Here we go. Oh, this one fell right out. The High Priestess. Yes. So we want to be very, very in touch with our intuition. You know, we got a full moon coming up real quick. Like it's around the corner. And this is a time when the veil is thin. It's good to be in touch with your feminine intuition. It's good to be in touch with your wily female smarts. It don't matter if you got a penis or a vagina or anything in between. It don't matter. What matters is that you're in touch with that part that has the vagina, the part that gets plugged into, not the part that plugs in. Difference. So get in touch with the receptive part of you and then think about this shift in the season. Essentially, we are in the middle of changing to the summer here in the northern hemisphere, and in Texas especially, we are definitely getting hot and bothered under the collar. So it is time to change your position in your mind and in your heart and in your loins and all the parts and get into summer mode. So, yeah, this is an invitation for you to do this in a way that honors you and lets you do it energetically in a way that is mm, not so difficult. Because sometimes people forget they got to do this shit. We're very not in touch with ourselves as far as our relationship to the natural earth, unless you're a farmer or a rancher or somebody who actually has to get up every morning with the sun. Like, we're disconnected from that shit. So if you can get in touch with it, all the better. There you go. Okay. Oh, Philip has a question, but it's not in all caps, but I see it. I'm going to read it anyway. I just might need to put on my readers. Hold up. Yeah. I am in a position of accountability at one of my jobs. How should I approach my remaining time in that role? Okay, here we go. Job question. Let's see what the universe says we should answer. Magic 8 ball. Oh my God, Karen. I don't know why Karen wants to be involved with this shit. I get it because she likes drama, but ultimately you're already like, I'm leaving this position. I just want to know how to like handle it as I move forward. This is what I get from her question. Yeah. You're accountable, so you should be like nice, but I don't know. Karen has some opinions, and Karen only answers yes or no questions. So here's what I should say. I'm going to just say, should you be a bitch or should you be a mensch? I don't know. That might be appropriation saying that. But here's the thing. Should you be naughty or nice in this transitionary phase? Karen says, oh my God, can't read it. I gotta get my readers. Hold up. But she's holding steady. You may rely on it. So this don't even answer the question. Karen is being nebulous. But here's the thing. You may rely on you reaping what you sow. Here's what I think about any kind of job that you want to leave. It might be tempting to go out in a blaze of glory and say something horrible or be mean to someone or call someone out and get that momentary satisfaction. But overall, it probably ain't going to serve you to be that ugly. So the best thing to do always is to just like maintain. If you're about to leave a job, don't tell anyone you're about to leave. This is the number one rule. Just don't say shit about it. You can be looking at Indeed all you want on your phone the whole time you're working the last few weeks. No one is going to notice. But don't actually verbalize that you're trying to leave your job. This is a mistake because eventually it will get around and then people will start to write you off. No, you should just like be as good as you was always going to be doing your job and then secretly sneaking around on company time because the only time to look for another job is when you're actually on your job that you're trying to quit. This is OraCola wisdom. Keep it in mind. Don't look for a job on your own time. Always look for a job while you're on the job you're trying to quit. This is smart. So, yeah, look for your job, but don't tell no one you're looking. And then when you find your job and you apply and you actually get accepted to your job, you got 2 weeks notice you can give them. Well, give them like 2 weeks plus 2 days. And then they'll feel like you gave them bonus and then extra. like all of that will be in your favor, your karma. And then the rest of it is just like going out after work with your coworkers and milking them for free drinks because they're like, God, why are you leaving? Because you're going to make me have to do your job. And you're like, yep, I know. Sorry. That's how it's going to work. So good luck. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. All right. It is 9:32. We got about another half hour here in the show. Remember, for every question that I answer, I will answer question about where I've been. And nobody has asked me anything for the last couple of questions. So yeah, I've got a couple of questions I can answer if y'all have the strength to answer or ask in the comments. Oh, how was the weather on your travels? Well, the weather was beautiful. I cannot complain. I was expecting way worse weather, and I got surprised. I got surprised. The weather was actually very nice, and I did not get rained on at all. And I was expecting to get rained on a lot. In fact, I brought a raincoat, and I only wore it when I needed a windbreaker. That's how dry it was. So, yeah, it was a good time as far as the weather. I cannot complain about that one bit. Not one bit. Anyone else have a question? Because I got another answer I can give y'all. You're welcome, Philip. Good luck. I hope your transition is smooth, like less chunky peanut butter. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Prince, where were you with Hunter Biden doing crack? Were you with Hunter Biden doing crack? No, I've never met Hunter Biden, so we cannot have done crack together. These are mutually exclusive things. Like if you have not met the person, you cannot have done the drug with them. Sorry, I hate to disappoint, but it's true. I mean, if I had gotten in circles with Hunter Biden, I would hope that I would have gotten like a development deal at least at some point in the past. This is what I would have hoped. Because even though I know they're dirty, crooked people, they do have connections. And I would have hoped to have met at least one of them. Never met a Biden, so can't say. Uh, 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 la, 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 la. Philip, oh hey, how many flights did you take? How were they? Okay, so I only took one flight there and one flight back, and they were fine. I was in economy, of course. I'm not rich, but they were fine. I did not die. I did read about people who died on a flight recently because of turbulence, and this is something that I'm always like a little bit weird about because I know that things can change very quickly up in the air. So here's my advice to all of y'all. And this is the advice that many people have already said, but I'm just going to repeat it because I'm a repeater. If you're on a plane, sit your ass down and put on the goddamn seatbelt. If you got to get up to pee and go real quick and don't go when the seatbelt light's on. Just sit your ass down and put your seatbelt on. This will help you survive in case there's sudden turbulence and you might die. I'm not saying the people who were unbelted were wrong. I understand that sometimes things happen, but general rule, just fucking sit your ass down and put your belt on. And this is a good advice for a lot of things, to be honest. I'm just going to put it out there. A lot of times in life, you should just sit your ass down, put on your seatbelt, and just ride it out. Instead of like talking about it or making a scene about it or talk, just sit down, put your seatbelt on, ride it out. That's all you got to do. Sometimes that's all you got to do. And it's so simple. It's so fucking simple. You don't have to make no scene. You don't got to cause no problems. You don't got to call nobody out. You just got to fucking sit down and put your seatbelt on and ride it out. And then you land and then you get out of your seat and you're like, oh, wow, I made it through that shit. And then you move on. You move fucking on. This is my advice. So, yeah. Now, I didn't have to take a whole lot of flights, just the one or two. Uh, oh, hey, fuck you. Good to see you. Welcome to the show. Better late than never. That's right. Uh, okay. Oh, my goodness. Okay, everybody is saying hello. Well, remember, we have about 22-ish more minutes, maybe 25. I don't know how late it was. I'll just like let it wrap up when it wraps up. But remember, for every question that y'all ask, I answer a question about where I've been. So I think we've run out of questions on y'all's end. So let's see. Let's see what's up. Did you see the Loch Ness Monster? Well, see, here's the thing. You assumed something, and I did not see it because no one has seen it. No one has ever seen the Loch Ness Monster. Ever. Ever, ever. I don't think the Loch Ness Monster exists, but it does exist in a fantasy world, a strange little nebulous place that like creates tchotchkes and souvenirs and crap that gets made in a different country and shipped to the country where the monster supposedly lives and then gets sold to people who are traveling through that country and then it will be forgotten. I feel like the Loch Ness monster is a metaphor for a lot of things and it has just been put into our consciousness as a novelty without actually exploring the depths that it can actually go to. Just some thoughts. Just some thoughts. Okay. Mm. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, we got a little bit more time, y'all, and y'all have not answered or asked questions. And I have already answered quite a few about where I've been and what I've been up to. So if you are late to the show, you can always rewatch it here on youtube.com/channel RCCola. All the live streams are going to be streaming later by YouTube's good graces. I assume they are. Maybe they won't be at some point, but that's okay. We're going to ride that pony till it's dry of thirst. Okay. Well, if y'all don't have any questions, I'm just going to start doing some collective readings because we do have a full moon coming up. And we got to prepare because the full moon is a time of let things go. It's a time of like releasing. It's a time of reflecting because the light is bright, y'all. The light is bright. By the way, speaking of bright lights, how many of y'all got to see the Northern Lights? I did not. I missed it. It was cloudy where I was, so I missed it. But if any of y'all saw it, please share your experience here in the chat so I can live vicariously through you and send you hate messages in my brains whenever I'm feeling jealous. Oh my goodness. Uh, fuck you as a question. Why is everything so damn expensive all of a sudden? Well, it's called inflation, and you can thank your lizard overlords for this. I've always preached the same thing. So if you're late to the party, I'm so sorry. PNG, I'm in Houston and there was quite a storm. So please see what hurricane season will be like. Well, I did see some of these storm videos from Houston. And let me tell you, I was shocked. I was shocked at how clear they were. I'm like, what cell phone is this? What dash cam is this? How is this possible? I was watching some crazy tornado video today. And this is how fast things are. So I'm not caught up with all the shit. I ain't caught up with all the shit. But you can send a drone up in the air to monitor a tornado as long as you're on the side that's not going to suck the drone in. Like, I did not realize this was a thing, but it's actually happening. And people are getting these videos up like within hours or minutes of the tornado happening. So I'm just out of the loop as far as technology goes. Completely out of the loop. But I do know that people are out there watching the weather and they will probably have a YouTube channel. And if you are concerned about the weather in your community, I would find one of these nuts that's got a YouTube channel that lives near you because they're probably going to just cover the things that you want to see. I would just subscribe to their channel. They will tell you a lot. A lot. More than you ever needed to know, in fact. In fact, there are people out there who are watching the sun, the space weather. There are channels out there devoted to whether or not the sun is going to flare a particular way. And I'm more power to y'all. More power to y'all. Somebody's got to do the work. It ain't going to be me, but somebody's going to do it. Woo! Yeah, for real. There's somebody out there watching whatever minute physicist kind of thing is happening with the universe that you're interested in. Some nerd out there has a YouTube channel that's watching it. All you got to do is subscribe and you will get all of the updates you little heart will ever want. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what the Houston thing is. What does this say? Crystal. Let's do a crystal. If the weather's bad, maybe you should have this crystal. Maybe. Or if the weather's good, maybe you should have this crystal. Or maybe you should just have this crystal all the time. But let's see. Here we go. Soda light. Look at that. It looks like a storm. So get you some soda light. It's blue. It's got some white in it. And it's, what does it say? Speak your truth. Yeah, speak your truth. But also mostly just stay indoors if there's a storm warning. And if you happen to be on the road, well, good God, pull over to the side. And not just like a little bit, a lot. I'm just saying maybe pull off the road into the grassy median or just like go across the grassy median into the Olive Garden parking lot and just park there and just stay there. Yeah, soda light. Speak your truth. Be honest. Say, hey, this is dangerous driving. I don't want to be out in this. and then just like don't drive in it. In the hurricane season, well, it's going to be just the same old shit. It's going to be, it'll be a hurricane or not. This is always what you can count on when you live in Hurricane Alley or any kind of alley of weather. It's either going to happen or it ain't. This is the truth. You cannot deny or escape it. It's going to happen or it ain't. So, yeah, uh, you'll get some weather. Whether or not it's bad, depends. It just depends. Nobody knows. Nobody fucking knows. We don't know anything. We don't know what's going to happen with the election. We don't know what's going to happen with the war in the Middle East. We don't know what's going to happen with all the weather. We just don't know what's going to happen. And this is how we live our lives. We don't know from one minute to the next. We just move through it and just try to do the best we can. That's all we can do. All right, y'all. It is 9:48. We got about 15-ish more minutes left here in the show. If you have a question for the OraCola, please put it in all caps, and I will spin the Wheel of Fortunes and get an answer for you. And then you are allowed to ask me another question about where I went and what I was up to. Now, if you have missed the beginning of the show, you already know what country I was in. You already kind of know the general specifics, but there are other things that you could ask and you could get the answers. And this is the only time I will talk about it probably because I ain't been posting this shit on social media. This is just like private thing for me. So yeah, this is your chance to get your question answered in so many ways. But up to you. Up to you. Prince, Marjorie Green Taylor and her colleague. I I don't know what that means. I guess are they going to make up or what their deal is? Let's find out. I don't usually follow the politics like this. Book of Revelation. This seems appropriate. Okay. So we're going to get a random number for the chapter of Book of Revelation, which there are 22 chapters. Oh, we got chapter 21. And then I'm going to see how many verses are in chapter 21. There are 27 verses. So we're going to do 27 here in the random number generator. And then generate. Oh, we got verse 14. So chapter 21, verse 14 for the MTG thing. Hold up. Chapter 21. We're getting into the dictionary concordance. That's how far back in the book we are. Damn. These little pages are so thin, difficult to turn. All right, chapter 21, verse 14. All right, here we go. And the wall of the city had 12 foundations, and in them the names of the 12 apostles of the Lamb. Well, I don't know a whole lot about the situation that you're referring to. I do know that there has been some memes happening as far as saying that somebody is a butch looking and somebody's got eyelashes. I don't know none of it. I just know what I see in passing. However, it seems like it's not important. It seems like that this is all set up to a much bigger thing. It seems like this is a distraction from what's the meat and bones of the real issue. So I would not worry about it. It's not important. It's just background noise. It's just scenery. So send it away. Gone, gone, gone. La, 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 la. All right. PNG, how many castles did you see? Favorite? Oh, I did not see very many castles. I think I saw three, maybe four from a distance. Most of them I did not see up close. And favorite, none of them, because they was all in various stages of disrepair, and I could not, in conscience, recommend them as an Airbnb. I was not impressed by the. mm, Let's just be honest. Those were old things. They were very old and they had not been brought up to date. They needed updating tremendously. And I could not, in good faith, say that I would ever stay in one of them, even if I was a wealthy person. I know back in the day that they was the height of accommodation in the area. But let me tell you, times have changed, and I don't think any of them castles would be worth staying in at all. At all. Even the ones that look like they had a roof, I would not stay in because no AC, no fans, no electricity. So many things are missing. I couldn't in good conscience say that you could go there and find a castle to stay in and squat and just like be a wealthy person. No, you would be the poorest of the poor because you're essentially squatting in a rundown shed that leaks. Not worth it. Not worth it. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So I I saw a few. I wasn't too impressed. Sure, there's some big rocks that are involved, but there's no electricity, there's no air conditioning, there's no running water. And those are big things for me. Big things. Ah, all right. Well, we got just a few more minutes left here in the show. Remember, I do not have a lotto ticket tonight. We are just doing a quick Q&A, and it's a quid pro quo kind of Q&A. So if you ask a question in the chat, I will answer a question about where I've been. And I already said the country and the general area of one place I've been. And if you missed it, you're going to have to rewatch the show. Hey, which you can do here on youtube.com/channel RCCola, which also means you can recommend the show to your friends or send them a link or all kind of shit. There's all kind of ways you can support, like, subscribe, who, ha, like that. All right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. Well, we have just a few minutes left, y'all. Few minutes. If you got a question, put it in the chat. If you don't, well, that's fine. I'm not going to be offended. Did you run into any Karens or Kevins or Tarans? uh, well, I might have, but we'll see what the universe has to say. Because remember, we got to spin the wheel. This is OraCola's choice. Well, let's ask Dick Wood. Dick Wood says, ask again. Hey. Definitely. Yeah, of course. You run into people everywhere you go. The one that I really was upset about, honestly, was the baby on the flight over. So I'm going to qualify this by there were two babies bothering me on the flight over. But one of them really pissed me off. And the one that pissed me off was the baby that was quiet, completely quiet until the minute I wanted to lay down and maybe rest my eyes. I know I cannot sleep in that situation. I was just waiting for a moment to rest. And I kind of waited till everything kind of quieted down. This baby was quiet as a mouse until that shining moment when I put on my eye mask and I was ready to like download for an hour. No, that baby decided to wake up and scream bloody murder like it was being tortured, like it was being raped by the Pope itself. And it was screaming and screaming and screaming for the whole time. I thought I might be able to get some rest. And so that was probably the part of the trip that I found a Karen that I wanted to kill. And I know it's just a baby. And I'm so sorry for the parents who had to deal with the baby because it was they were closer to it than me. But even from across the economy section, and it was across the way, the baby was enough for me to have a moment where I thought, this is why babies get shook. This is why we shake babies. Sometimes babies deserve to be shook. And this baby right now deserves a shaking. Yeah, this is my low point on my trip. So thank you for letting me put this out there so that someone will dig it up in the future and prove to whoever who's looking for an excuse that I'm a baby hater and will kill babies. Yeah. Yeah, that was a low point. Oh, and then I had some other weird shit happen, but mostly the other shit was manageable because you can reason with adults generally. Babies you cannot reason with. They're going to screech like they're getting prodded with the poker of Satan whenever they feel like it. And you cannot do a goddamn thing about it except listen or put in your earplugs and just like think, okay, I'm so glad I brought earplugs, but it ain't really helping. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It happened. And here's the thing, as soon as we landed, that baby was quiet as a mouse again. So it was a baby sent from Satan to interrupt my 1 hour that I might be able to snooze on this plane. This was what I accepted, and I was okay with it. You know, you just have to accept it. It happens. It is what it is. Okay. Well, we're coming up to the end of the show, y'all. You got a second or two to put in a question in all caps, and then I will answer another question about my trip. And remember, this is the last time I'm going to talk about it. I ain't going to talk about it no more. And then after this, it's going to be a closed book. It's going to be a closed fucking book. So you had your chance and you might have wasted it. We're getting close to the end here. Close to the end. Mm, 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 mm. I don't know. I feel like it's good to be a little bit vague. I feel like it's nice to have some secrets here in this world where everything is supposed to be on the cuff. Everybody's supposed to know all your business. You're supposed to track everybody and everything. I don't know. I don't agree with that. So, this is your last chance to get something out of me. And you have not succeeded in getting the most, which I'm kind of proud of. I'm proud of my family for recognizing limits. I appreciate it. I really do. Okay. Well, y'all, it has been a wonderful time with y'all. I love y'all so much, and I did miss y'all when I was gone. I did appreciate having the time away from the social media for the most part, and the time away from deal with the stuff. But I also missed having my family every Wednesday here on youtube.com/channel I missed having this communion with y'all because I feel like we get to talk about things that you can't talk about with a lot of your friends. I know, I know. We can just commiserate about certain things that other people are maybe not just like into, and that's okay. And even if you aren't into the things that I'm into, at least we get to hang out together. And hey, I'm a fun person, right? Otherwise, y'all wouldn't tune in. So I hope y'all have a wonderful week. We got a full moon, we got Memorial Day. Y'all be safe. We're rolling up here on June, y'all. So get ready. Get ready. The summer is coming in hot. And I cannot wait to see y'all till next week. I hope you have a wonderful weekend.